Hey Security World, I'm back with another foundational video for my 3-Minute Thursday series. It really feels good to be back. Today, let's talk about patrol management, or what some people call tour tracking. It's one of the most important jobs that security officers perform day to day. I know, not all security officers do patrols, but they should. Welcome to 3-Minute Thursdays. If you aren't familiar with 3-Minute Thursdays, well, let me tell you what to expect. In this series, I'll be sharing all of the tricks and tips that I've learned over 2 decades of being in the security guard industry. In that 2 decades, I've done everything from breaking the bad news to potential employees that their drug test came back dirty. Why take the test? To being the guy that loves to fire really bad clients. That didn't happen often, but when it did, let me tell you, it was invigorating. Ooh! But that's a different story for a different day. Today, we'll be talking about the different types of guard tour tracking technologies and some of the pros and cons of each. So let's get started. There are 2 functions of your officer's patrols that you will want to track. The first is tour stops, and the second is tour flows. The purpose of tour stops is to ensure that your officers are checking specific areas at your client's locations. These locations might be the front door, the side door, a fire extinguisher, and a loading dock. At these specific locations, the officer is required to do specific tasks, such as ensure the doors are locked, the lights are off, or that the fire extinguisher is full. The second function that you will want to track is what I will call tour flow. With tour flow, you are looking at the randomness of your officers' patrols, where your officers are posted when they are not doing tour stops, and lastly, the patrol coverage of your facility. And patrol coverage, in other words, is how much of your client's facility are you actually patrolling. So with that being said, let's talk about the technology that companies use to track patrols. The first technology we'll be talking about are the analog wand and battery button tracking systems that people often call DTEC systems. With these systems, you use what amounts to a data recorder that's manufactured in the shape of a stick or a wand that your officer will use to touch to a data button that looks like a little watch battery while they're on patrol. That data button stores the name of the location that the button will be attached to. The wand has a hard drive in it that records the information on the data button and the time that the wand touched the button. You can then take the wand back to a docking station and download that information into a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or something similar. This guard tracking technology has been around for a while and is offered by plenty of different vendors. So let's talk about the pros of this system. The first pro is cost. The cost of these systems can run anywhere from $100 or less to $1,000 or more for a full system. So no matter your budget, there's usually a system that fits it. The second pro is that the system is relatively easy to get up and get running. Third, it's extremely easy to train your officers on using it. Lastly, this system is great at tracking tour stops. Now let's talk about the cons. The cons to these types of wand tour tracking systems are, one, generally speaking, the systems are not connected to the internet, so you cannot view those patrols in real time. Second, the wand has to be downloaded in order to view the data. And in most cases, security guard companies will usually only be able to download the wand a couple of times a week at most. So if there is a problem, you won't know about it until you download your wand and go through your reports. 3, these types of systems are really bad at tracking tour flow because they only track the scans of the data buttons and nothing else. 4th, these type of systems can be gamed. As an example, an officer can remove the touch buttons from where they're located at the site, take them back to their desk, and just scan them all from the desk without ever getting up. Yeah, been there, went through that. Why? Just do the job. I'm just like, do the job. Just get up, do the job. The second type of system for tracking are app-based tour tracking software like OfficerReports.com. With app-based tour tracking software, you download the app onto a mobile device like a cell phone or tablet. Once you have the app, You then use the app software to create tour stops using QR codes to mark the location that the officer should be checking. When the officer scans the tour stop with the app will pull a GPS position, a date and time, and the name of the tour stop. That's how that system works. So let's talk about the pros and cons of app-based tour tracking. The first pro of app-based systems is that the patrol is tracked in real time. When the officer scans that tour stop, it is instantly uploaded to the internet and can be viewed immediately in real time from anywhere in the world. The second pro is cost. There is usually a minimal monthly cost associated with using an app-based tour tracker. Third, depending on your system, the app can't be gamed. If your app is designed to show the actual location of the tour stop scan, if an officer removes the scan point and then takes it back to her desk to scan it, the app will show exactly where the scans are coming from. But if your app doesn't function that way, I can tell you, getting that call from your client is not going to be a good conversation.
Come on, look at this guy. It's been 2 hours. He's sitting in his car watching videos for 2 hours. Gas is like $5 a gallon. Just get out and patrol. This is crazy.
Hey, Mr. Smith. What do you mean he's not doing patrols? I mean, I'm looking at him right now on my screen.
Well, that's kind of funny because I've been sitting in my car watching him watch movies for 2 hours. Do we have a 30-day out clause in our contract?
Number 4, the app-based tour tracking systems are often combined with other important functions like reporting and clocking in and out. Lastly, app-based tour tracking systems are great at measuring tour flow because they are constantly tracking your officers. So what are the cons of the app-based systems? Well, first, although there are small monthly fees associated with using the apps, that is an ongoing cost compared to the WAN system that you pay for just once. And second, with some apps, the officers may not be able to scan when there is no internet connection, like in a basement or stairwell, but that's not a problem with OfficerReports.com. But outside of those cons, there just aren't many more to talk about on app-based systems. Well, that's the end to this 3-Minute Thursday, and I hope you got something good out of it. If you did, please click the like button below and also subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you get notified of our next video. Most importantly, if I got something wrong, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, thanks everybody. See you next week and stay safe.